Hello, everyone. Every single time I come home with a new tattoo, both my parents complain. They say, "Oh, why'd you get this tattoo? Oh, why'd you get that tattoo? Oh, don't get a tattoo where people could see it." Yada yada. But why? They both have tattoos. They both have said that they can't stop me from getting tattoos, and they both acknowledge that I'm at that age where if I wanted to go get a tattoo, I would just go get a tattoo. But still, I kept hearing the same words every single time. So finally, after all their complaining, I asked them why they keep talking about my tattoos if they previously said that they do not care. Their response to this was that even though they do not care, future jobs and many other people might care and might think that I look unprofessional due to my tattoos. I think that's pretty dumb. I think that a lot of people nowadays are actually much more open and accepting to tattoos than a lot of you might think, just like my parents. Instead of looking at tattoos in an unprofessional way, I urge you to open up your mind and see a different perspective and try to see these three reasons as to why they're not unprofessional. Reason one is that many tattoos actually hold cultural significance. Reason two is that tattoo is an art form. And number three is that tattoos are a way of self-expression, which people should not be judged for. As I previously stated, many tattoos hold cultural significance. To understand that better, we have to look at the history of tattoos. And although there is no real pinpoint of when and where exactly tattoos originated from, according to Pesapane, Nazaro, and Giannotti, the authors of the academic article A Short History of Tattoos, the technique of tattoo came from Polynesian culture, and it was later introduced to Europeans in the early modern period, which was around the 1700s. But tattoos definitely go back further than that, as many tattoos were found on mummies from Egypt and China and Japan. Now, if we take a look at the Polynesian culture, tattoos are a part of their culture as their way of showing their social ranks and the tribe that they belong to and their personal achievements. A great example of this would have to be Maui from Moana, as he is tattooed for those exact reasons. Many other cultures have similar reasoning and significance to their tattoos, like China, Japan, and also the Philippines. But like many people have tattoos for cultural significance, a lot of people also get tattoos because it's an art form. Believe it or not, tattoos are an art form. And you might be looking at me like I'm just some 19-year-old that's super into art and who's trying to convince his parents that all his tattoos aren't stupid. But as Thomas Adajan wrote in his article, The Definition of Art, a great definition of art would have to come from the Greek philosopher Plato. In short, Plato once said that artwork is imitative of an object in your mind, and that object in your mind is imitative of something in real life. This means that all artwork is essentially based off an object from your imagination, and your imagination is based off of something in real life. This, to Plato, meant that art itself does not come from knowledge, nor do the people who make art have the knowledge to actually make art. Because Plato felt this way, he believed that art came from a deeper part of one's soul. Going back to tattoos, tattoos are, by definition, artwork because tattoos are imitative to the ideas of someone and therefore imitative to objects in real life. On top of that, many tattoos are connected to someone on a deeper level as it may represent or imitate something to someone. Lastly, tattoos are a way for people to express themselves. This might be stupid for some of you that do not get tattoos. But just as you have your reasons as to why you don't get tattoos, people have their reasons as to why they get their tattoos. You should look at it in a way where even though tattoos are permanent, It's the same concept as changing something about yourself, like your hair or your clothes. Tattoos are a form of self-expression and should be seen as that. According to Mientaka, the author of Tattoos Are Dishonorably Discharged, the popularity of body ink among soldiers and other service members also reflects a cultural evolution in America. More than 1 in 3 millennials ages 18 to 25 and nearly 1 in 4 members of Generation X ages 30 to 45 sport a tattoo. This shows that people like soldiers who wear uniforms and get the same haircut as their peers use tattoos as a way to express themselves. On top of that, this shows that the population is slowly but surely changing their minds about tattoos. So in conclusion, even though my parents don't want me to get a bunch of tattoos, I will continue to spend every single paycheck that I get on a new tattoo. And even though tattoos were considered to be unprofessional, cultural reasonings, artistic desires, and expression of oneself will forever come on top. Thank you, and go get a tattoo.